You don't. I'll clip it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And we're back. Go.
You got to do your clap. We got to do
No, we don't have to do it over. It's okay. It's okay. We don't have to do it over.
All right. We're going to have to edit this part.
Yes.
Hey, look. This is what it looks like in real life.
No, it doesn't. Because Daniel would have blew a gasket, left the room,
nigga,
said you're trying to sabotage us. You're not taking it serious.
So you just forgot to hit record again. You see the boys recording. Why is not the computer recording?
It have been all kinds of drama. So, no, this is not real life. Thank God the cameras are on.
It is real life. Look. Welcome to Divine Purpose Podcast with your host, Daniel and
Patrice Myers. In this podcast, you will be introduced to the 3 C's.
Comedy, conversations, and community. Join the discussion with fellow entrepreneurs, community activists.
With our major focus on the beauty of family in our community. Episodes drop every Tuesday. Whether inspirational or ratchet, all conversations have a divine purpose. So do I say corny or do you say corny?
You wrote it. So I guess what we're going to have to do, you got the clips, right? It was something else we wanted to talk about, though.
Oh, Blam.
How the fuck can I forget?
Blam.
Yes, Black Love and Marriage. Blam, a Yeezy and a Yana Ma'at came into D.C. this weekend, showed up and showed out. We had such a good time. It was a real good time. What did we do? Saturday, we had a seminar.
We're radio-ish right now.
Oh, what do we do? This face belongs on the tissue.
Good grief. And what do we do? Because I'm the news anchor delivering the news. This is serious, man. Loosen up.
Nigga trying to do something right.
Loosen up.
Something right.
Anyway.
You got me looking like Ron Burgundy, though.
That's what you look like. And according to the news, we were at the Blam Court. Yeah. What did we do? Passing it on to the anchor on the left. Hey, Patrice, how was it over there?
We had a great time with the Blam Core family, the Blamly this weekend. They celebrate Black Love and Marriage. That's actually the name. That's what Blam stands for.
Yeah.
They had me out there doing karaoke.
Oh yeah.
She had me out there doing singing Jodeci.
Yeah, he did the damn thing. I haven't heard your singing voice in a while, so that was good to hear.
I forgot I could sing, honestly. No, for real. I didn't think I could sing no more. That's why I don't sing.
Why you didn't think you could sing no more?
I don't know, because I haven't done it. It's like if you don't practice something. We just had that conversation, didn't we? Practice.
It makes sense. But you did. It was like riding a horse, and you sounded very good.
Riding a bike sounds better.
Oh, it is a bike.
It's definitely riding
That was a
bike.
Janet moment. She just jumped right into my spirit and stole the bike and said horse. Yeah, that was horse. Janet. Hey, Janet. She's in the building for sure.
So yeah, but the Blam Court, that was really good. Man. They had a lot of guest speakers. It was a lot of couples there, and the reason why I think I appreciated it was because it was a lot of couples there. It wasn't about how much money nobody's making. It wasn't about where you are in life. It was literally different couples from all walks of life, of all different ages. So you can kind of see and come to find out, we are not alone in being divorced and getting back together again.
Oh, yeah. It was another couple there.
It was 4 other couples there.
It was 4 other couples there?
It was 4 other couples there that separated, divorced, or divorced, and got back together. Yeah. So it's like, the reason why I appreciate it is because, and they from all over. They're not just from D.C. Some from Texas, from Cleveland, from Florida, from South Carolina. Like, it was, and they're living in L.A. They're from here. But man, it was really good, man. We got to actually meet them and talk to them. And I look forward to doing some work with them moving forward. So look forward to that connection and collaboration. That'll be Divine Purpose and Black Love and Marriage. I think that'll be a dope-ass goddamn connection.
Yeah, I think it would be good, too. The other part that I liked about the Blam Corps was a statement that they said is to focus on the reason why they created the weekend is in order to focus on the positives in reference to the relationship.
Right.
So it wasn't about men do this, women do that. It was more so like, how can you improve or give you tips and ideas of how to improve your relationship,
right,
as far as communication, as far as even sex. What was that young lady's name? Yanni. Her tips were so good.
All I know is you better get your ass some pop rocks.
So good. Yes.
You better get your ass some pop rocks.
And I'm going to order some other stuff off her website because, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yo, I want that. Yeah. I want that one. I want you to get that one. I want you to get that one.
Yes. I will. Right. So what's next, love? You gonna do the cards?
Yeah, we can do. We can do the cards. This is the perfect date night. Mm-hmm. Tonight's conversations, the card game. Commercial here. So I'm gonna give you a card. You pick a card. Mm-hmm. Any card. Now you gotta answer it. And you gotta be truthful.
Oh. It says your significant other catches a case and is going to be locked up for a long time. Would you hold them down or leave? Explain. It depends on what it's for.
Okay.
If I didn't agree with you committing the crime in the first place, then you're on your own. If you didn't tell me you were committing the crime and I felt like it was a dumb crime, you're on your own. But if we were in agreement with the crime to be committed, I'm here.
If we were in agreement, I wouldn't. Yeah, I. So you would. Mm-hmm. Let me get this straight. Mm-hmm. You're my woman, right? Mm-hmm. For better or for worse, till death do us part?
No. I have limitations.
What?
Yes.
So if I got locked up for a long time, you just like, nah, fuck that nigga.
I literally, when you go back and reread this, you'll hear me when I said, if it was a crime that I didn't agree to you committing and you did it anyway, you're on your own. If I didn't know about the crime, and I found out that it was dumb, you're on your own.
What if I didn't want you to know?
But if we sat and discussed, and it was like, oh, if you're gonna do, okay, I understand why you gotta do that, and it happens, and you get in trouble, then I'm here.
So, like, as long as you hip to what's happening?
No, as long as I agree to the reason why is the most important part. That's the most important part.
Oh, yeah.
Even if I didn't know, and I realized...
I understand. So you like, hold on, like you living a double life. You just out here.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I didn't even know all that bullshit was happening. It's like, wow.
Hey, Gabby.
So you ain't even know all that bullshit was happening.
Yeah,
like,
then you on your own.
On my own, though? You're not going to be like...
No.
That's fucking crazy.
It's not crazy. Unfortunately, we've been through so much in this relationship. No.
So as a black man in the United States of America, I can get fucking locked up just fucking driving to work one day and a goddamn police officer feels some type of way and say, hey, and this happened a bunch of times, put something in his car. Hey, we found this in his car. I maintain my innocence. But they say, nope, he had that. He's a goddamn whatever. And you're like, I didn't know that was going on. Fuck you. You're done. That's crazy.
That's not what I said, though.
That is what you said.
No. When you play this back, you'll hear exactly what I said. Because I didn't say that.
I said that to you, but the court finds me guilty, where are you at?
if it comes out that it is something where it's like, yeah, this shit is crazy, you were set up, then I would definitely be there fighting on your behalf to get you out of jail.
Damn, bro, like you just like told me.
I don't know exactly what you heard, but I can't wait for you to hear it back because
that's just
I don't even understand.
Yeah, I get it though.
What you heard.
Here you go.
Lord Jesus, I don't be knowing who I'm talking to sometimes.
You gotta ask me one.
No, you gotta. Oh, okay.
I shuffled them the last
time. Oh, okay,
time.
I got you. My bad. Didn't understand the rules of the game.
Jeez. I almost don't want to goddamn answer one of these motherfuckers.
How'd you get the same one?
Because your stupid ass put it back in the bag. Damn, we good though. We picked the exact same card.
That's wild.
I should answer the question. Matter of fact, since that's what I picked.
Okay.
Your significant other. Nah, I don't want to do that. Yeah. I would honestly say, like, if you was locked up, I definitely would. Whatever the fuck you needed. I don't give a fuck if I didn't know. I don't give a fuck if you was dead ass wrong. I don't give a fuck if you came out.
You grew up that way. I understand that. That goes right. And my response is based off of how I grew up, and your response is based off of how you grew up.
What you mean?
We both grew. You grew up with the mentality of ride or die. I'm here. I'm putting money on your books. It doesn't matter what it was that you did, even if it was wrong. I'm here for it. That's how you grew up. So I understand your response based off of how you grew up. Okay. The way I grew up is, now, why did you do this? Let me explain more. Why did you think that was the answer? So it's the way we grew up. So I understand your response.
Oh, God.
I get it.
Okay. What's the first thing you notice? I don't even want to ask you this shit. What's the first thing you notice about the opposite sex?
What's the first thing that I notice about the opposite sex?
When you see a man, what's the first thing you notice?
That's a great question. Posture. And that's a good one. Stance. I'm really big on that. Posture meaning like I'm not really a fan of a dude that talk like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. I'm not a fan of a know what I'm saying type nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying?
Like, I ain't a fan of that kind of nigga, right?
I know what I'm saying type nigga.
That joint.
I know what I'm saying.
That ain't for me. So
that's funny as shit.
You know.
Nah, I know them niggas
like
be talking
the first time I seen Wale B, I was like, why he like this? Like, why his shoulders up here? Like
flower bomb.
Oh, that shit was irritating. That was a turn off.
It's rapper niggas.
I didn't like it.
He's a rapper. Yeah,
that was a turn off. So that and then stance meaning like, you know, like is he knock-kneaded? Is he slew-footed? Like how your jeans fit? Like so posture and stance.
Posture. Hey, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I actually purposely try to walk and sit a certain type of way. Like it's this because I don't like looking all slumpy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. Frumpy.
Like, frumpy. Like even when I start gaining weight, I'm still like, nah, you're not gonna kiss me like a motherfucker. It look like Carol on stage and you be bugging me. Nope. I can't look like frumpy like that.
I understand.
Yeah. All right, so you got the clips, love.
Okay, that was good. So
I do like them. That was actually cool. So that be I'll be our icebreaker.
Yeah, I don't know what happened that night that we was trying to play it at Atlanta. And we was trying to be all sexy, and that shit was not.
That shit went left.
It was like we was in a therapy session. No, it was like, what would you have told someone who recently died in your life that meant something to you?
Let me tell this story.
It's like, what is happening
We was in Atlanta, right? We was in Atlanta at this motherfucking hotel, and it was late night, and it was a long day, wasn't it? No, it wasn't a long day. We literally, because we got a separate room. because the girls were staying with us.
Yeah.
So we was like, nah, we gonna get it fucking in tonight. Them motherfuckers, they can have their own room, but we about to get our own fucking room.
We about to get it in.
So we go down to the goddamn down. We go down. I'm sound like I'm front of that. We go down to the goddamn downstairs. Go downstairs to the what's them people called? Concierge. Mm-hmm. Go down to the concierge. And Tree say, look, we want to get another room. So we got us another room. We got our separate room. We said we're gonna have it on the same floor. So boom, that was cool. So we all were at the end of the hall. We got our own fucking room. They got their own room. They was hanging out with their girlfriends down in Atlanta. And when they came back, they was just going Uber and all that shit. So we was like, fuck it. Y'all do what y'all do. Y'all grown. We in the motherfucking, we got our own room. We go out to eat, come back, and we say, man, let's play this goddamn perfect date night.
And we was feeling all saucy and stuff. We was like, I
was taking pictures.
Oh yeah, I had a whole little photo shoot. So
I gave you that photo shoot.
We gonna spice it up with some questions. And that joint was like, when is the last time you told yourself you loved yourself? What? So we answered the first one. Then the next one was like, if you could talk to a person that you love that passed away, what would be something that you would ask? Like that. And then it was like, so we tried to get with that one. And we plucked another one, and then we just looked at each other and was like, I
don't think this is what it is.
This is a therapy session today.
I don't think this is what it is.
This is not the mood. Get back to taking these photos.
Right. Man. But yeah. So we got interview on $1 million worth of game.
Yes.
Swiss Beatz and Alicia Keys. This is the first time I've actually seen them do an interview together. I could be wrong. I never seen them do an interview together. I thought the interview was pretty.
I haven't seen them do one. Doesn't mean that they haven't.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I definitely haven't.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
But I thought, they were on, because Alicia Keys just did Drink Champs. Mm-hmm. And now they're on $1 million worth of game with the both of them.
Okay, I'm about to play the clip. All right. What's the preference of this clip? What you chose this clip because?
I honestly like the way they spoke about each other. Mm-hmm. It was very like noble the way they revere each other. I saw him revere her, and I saw her revere him, and I saw, okay, the reason that I think it's impactful, that interview, is because, like, there is a notion that the man is supposed to be here and you find yourself a woman that, should submit, and I understand submission. Mm-hmm. You find a woman that's supposed to, really, you're the breadwinner and you take care of the woman, and the woman takes care of the house. Mm-hmm. But what happens when you find your equal? What happens when you find a woman that's standing on her own, can hold her own? Mm-hmm. How do you deal with that type of woman? Mm-hmm. How do you deal with a woman that's not, quote unquote, beneath you, but a woman that is your equal? Now we have to work in partnership. And when you work in partnership, especially like let's look at business, and family is business. Truthfully, when you really look at it at the core. So if you're in business partnership, you and your partner are equals, especially if it's a 50-50 partnership or whatever the case. You're partners. So being partners, I can't say, nah, nigga, it's my way. Right. It's my way. Because when you meet your equal, she's just as smart, brilliant, talented as you are. Okay. And you don't see that promoted a lot of times. Okay. So I really thought it was...
Because they were considered like a power couple.
They're considered like a power couple. Okay. But I never really even looked at them like that. Because, I don't know, I never personally did. But they are. I mean, they are, but they are. But I'm saying...
Yeah, I never really cared to... I never really would have never mentioned... Actually, I don't mention none of the celebrities like that. Right. In reference to idols or people to look up to or anything. But honestly, part of the reason why I never followed Swiss Beatz and Alicia Keys' relationship is because of the way people said it started. Mm-hmm. And based off of the way that people said it started, I always felt like it was just something messy that I didn't want to entertain.
Yeah, no, you talking about the fact that you talking about how they started. Mm-hmm. Everybody starts in a different way though. Like I'm not really tripping off that.
No, I don't think that's fair to say and not trip off of that. I don't. That's why I didn't because that storyline hit home for me, and I didn't care to look into anything that their relationship had going on.
Right, but at the same time, you don't know the situation between him and his ex. That could have been a different situation where. I mean, we don't know. That's why I don't get into.
Yeah, that's why I said I didn't follow it.
Everybody's story is different, so that hits home for you because you felt a certain way. Well, somebody else might say I was in a situation that I felt like I was trapped in, and I found the love of my life while I was with the other person that I was fucking couldn't stand. So you don't know how it's going to hit. It's everybody's story.
I know, and that's why the point of what I just said was that was the reason why I didn't follow the storyline because it hit home for me. Right. So I'm not saying that the world shouldn't have followed it because of me, right? Because of how I felt. I'm saying that's why I personally never tapped into any information in reference to their relationship because of that. That was an I statement, not a everyone should follow statement.
Right. But the point is, I just wanted to show this example of a variance, and I wanted to see what you thought about these two clips.
Okay.
Well, you know the first one.
All right. Here we go.
It's communication and understanding, and it's communication, but it's also confidence, self-confidence. Like a lot of guys are not prepared for strong women.
Talk about that.
You understand? A lot of guys are not prepared for a strong woman. And what we have is she's her boss, I'm my boss. She has her own accountants, I have my own accountants. We live our life as our own bosses, but when we come together, we create, the love, the bliss, the family. But I allow her to be her boss, she allowed me to be my boss, because people feel that because they're in a relationship, they own something. Now, you can't own another human. Only God can give you those things. Right. And so these are things that we go off of. It's like, people come to me, I'm like, I live with her, I sleep with her every night, but she's her own boss. You got to ask her. And she's going to do the same thing, and I feel that the respect of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about like hearing that statement? How do you feel about what's that make you think?
First of all, when he said a lot of guys are not built to be with strong women, I think that is very, very true. I think that
he said prepared, which is
prepared,
more,
built, prepared,
yeah.
Foundation set, whatever the case is, and I think that is very true because I feel like the narrative of I think there is a time where it's okay or a fad almost to be like, oh yeah, I listen to my wife. But the reality is that even with us, a lot of our issues are always about my strength and about somehow my my abilities coming off as my abilities offending a piece of you that believes that I shouldn't know or speak on or even lead a certain area in our life. And I feel like it's not even prepare. I don't think it's a way to even prepare for it. Okay. I think that you have to work your way through it. Right. Because the world tells you so much that the man is the head, and submission on the woman's end, but it does not emphasize submission on the man's end, and how when both are submitting unto one another,
that's what it says.
It creates a dynamic that alleviates a lot of arguments that are solely based off of gender. Yeah. Not knowledge. Just gender.
And that's because man wrote the Bible. And most of those religious de factos. I think when I listened to this podcast, this episode, it really made it hit home with a lot of things with me, and like you said, some of the arguments that we actually have. So some of the arguments that we have are based off, though I'm such a free spirit. I'm such a free spirit. At the same time, I'm so fucking OCD.
Yeah. And I don't even know if I want to refer to it as OCD, because OCD is technically something that's out of somebody's control. Right. I feel like you're just right. controlling.
I'm just controlling. So I say that, and I'm glad you caught that, because the quote unquote, I don't think I'm OCD like.
Yeah, you're not. You're not really like that.
Yeah, I just like things a particular way. So that is a form of self-control, controlling. I like my environment a certain way, which is control. So with that, it's not necessarily wanting you to submit. It's wanting you to be a part of my world.
Yes.
Like, if you're in my world, this is how you need to fit.
Yeah.
What that does, though, is you're a fucking genius in your own right. So, like, when we read that book, what was the book? With the goldfish. The book with the goldfish. The blue book with the goldfish. The guy...
Big Leap.
Big Leap. So...
That was really scary.
What the fuck was scary?
It was the way that she was like... I was like, what in the world?
This nigga about to slap me.
What is happening? Why did you just slap yourself like that?
That was my hand. I clapped.
Okay, go ahead.
Fuck my whole train of thought up.
The Big Leap.
Big Leap. Well, how was I talking about the Big Leap?
I don't know. You was about to get into it.
I really was into it, and then you fucked it up with my clap.
That's the control.
Oh, that's what we was talking about. Fit into my world, but you're your genius in your own right. That's why I brought a Big Leap up, because it's about operating in your own genius. And you operating your genius, and I operate my genius. That's what he was talking about. He was talking about, she's her own boss, I'm her own boss. She has her accountants, I have my accountants. You got your account, I got my account. We ain't got accountants.
Right. Yes. Not yet.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Not yet.
But what I'm saying is, it is hard for a man to be with his equal. And that's why so many men are mad. Because when you meet your equal, sometimes you have to be like, damn, I gotta be a part of this world. Is that submission, nigga? Do I gotta submit, motherfucker?
This is the first time I've ever heard you say out loud, oh. First of all, it's the first time I ever heard you admit that I might have another world. One.
Like, everything's not in my motherfucking world.
This is the first time that I even heard you say, with that on top of it, oh, I might have to be a part of your world. I've never heard, it's almost like you gave me a corner or a plot of land in your
parcel.
world.
You got a parcel.
Yeah, like I maybe had Asia or something like that. But as far as you actually saying, like,
I mean, you got the biggest continent.
I haven't.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
But you have the whole world, the oceans. You have Africa. Asia is not bigger than Africa.
But you said Asia, so I was going to let
you said the biggest continent.
I said the biggest continent.
Which is not true.
Oh, yeah. Africa's definitely the biggest continent.
So that was, so again.
So you said you wanted Asia, though. I got Africa, America,
no, but that wasn't a
South
point.
America, Antarctica. What the fuck is going on in Antarctica? My world. You're not going to it. If y'all knew the inside joke behind this one.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, I know she wish she had a Tommy gun.
Oh, wow. He's just over here going off, huh?
Go ahead. I'm in my own world.
Obviously.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. How does that make you feel? You said it's the first time that I've ever said that.
Well, being as though you just went into an immediate let me pull you back into my world and redirect the conversation. Yeah. It just shows.
I was trying to avoid some heavy shit.
Yeah, it just shows the narrative that consistently happens where if you don't feel like you're in control, you say things in order to stir the conversation into something that you can control, and that was evident in what you just did.
Or a joke or something.
Yeah,
like,
that was evident in what you just did.
Yeah, I caught myself on that one. But you know, sometimes I do that and I don't even realize I did that. This is like for real, in real time type therapy shit. Swear to God, this is.
I was like, wow,
this is real time type therapy shit.
But yeah, like I think that. It's hard dealing with I appreciate him saying that, especially in this day and age of Kevin Samuels. It's really hard to be not a boss like a woman, but it's very hard to be a woman who understands her vision, her flow, her life, what she wants without it threatening the male ego. It's sad because I know for me, I'm not trying to threaten you by saying that I have another thought or another vision, and for some reason it seems to come off that way, and it's weird, but I was happy to hear him say that.
Yeah, it's not a threat to me per se. Like I'm not. It's not a threat, even though it's hard to deal with sometimes. Like, and it's only hard to deal with because it's almost like unlearning and relearning. Yeah. That's why I was saying, like, it's not something that you really could prepare for because you grow up your whole life being taught one thing. Yeah. So then when you actually approach someone who is not necessarily a superwoman either, because it's a difference. Because it's a difference. The superwoman is the one that's at home doing all that shit, and she ain't never fucking happy. That's why the niggas ain't getting no pussy. Cause she's
no.
Did you hear that song? I'm not a superwoman.
No, I don't agree with that at all. I feel like a superwoman. Unfortunately, I would look at Janet as a superwoman. I would look at a lot of single moms as superwomen. People who don't have a choice to be all the things, do all the things because of the circumstances in their life. And it's that, in that expectation, sometimes when you grow up with a woman like that in your life, like you did, who was a superwoman, you then expect that level of I don't have to be a part of this because you should have it. Like, this is, you should.
You also it also gives you have higher expectations.
Yes.
For women that are just like,
yes,
yo,
yes,
you're not a what the fuck you mean?
Yes,
like, do you not? And
that's true. That's exactly what I was saying.
That's caused a lot of problems with a lot of relationships with women. For me, you know, fuck. Have you not seen what my motherfucking mother did?
And it was by choice.
Nah, it wasn't by choice. She had to.
That's what I'm sorry.
She had no choice.
I'm sorry, not choice. She like you just said, she had to.
Yeah,
exactly.
It was a choice.
Not by choice. I miss.
So what I did learn from the way I grew up, though, I always wanted to give any woman that I decide to be like, you're my woman, you're my lady. I always wanted to give her a choice of what she wanted to do. Because my mother didn't have a choice. She had to based off the actions of her circumstances. Not you. I'm just saying, I have always wanted to have someone that has the ability to be like a superwoman. And if you can provide the atmosphere, it's no fucking shit. She might fucking surpass you, to be honest. But
yeah, so that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't want to be a superwoman.
Exactly.
Like, I don't want to. I honestly don't care to be a Proverbs. What is the number?
Proverbs 31.
I was exhausted by all those things that woman did.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh.
So what do you
I want a partnership.
Oh,
I want a partnership.
Oh, I agree.
That's what I want.
Partnership is easier on the fucking man.
I want a partnership.
So here's the thing.
I want to, if you know that I'm out late with a client and you like, all right, babe, I got dinner. Or if you're out late with a client, all right, babe, I got dinner. Or, okay, like the other day, I started the laundry. And then I was like, by the end of the day, I was like, oh, can you put those last loads in? Like, stuff like that. It was a partnership, not
you had,
Yeah.
It worked out that day because you had to do some work late.
Yeah.
And it's times where I'll be like, okay, shit, if I gotta go to Culture Coffee, and the girls might gotta be at the job, it's like, shit, okay, I gotta go to Culture Coffee. We can Uber them. After I'm finished with that, we'll pick them up. Okay, then I'll take you home. And I'm going to pick them up,
partnership.
take them home, and then you might got to go somewhere else and do something.
Yeah.
I'm not going to not cook and make sure.
Or you're not going to not worry about where your daughters are because you're like, that's the woman's job.
Yeah, that shit is dumb.
Yeah, so I want a partnership. I want to lighten the load for the both of us. That's what this is supposed to be about.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So what I appreciate about you may say you're not. I don't want to be a superwoman. Nah, but what you do is you lighten my fucking load.
I know.
You lighten my fucking load.
Trying to get out of superwoman, y'all. I really am.
Nah, but
I'm trying to get into partnership.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
You hold my hand now.
I'm trying to get a partnership.
You trying to get a partnership.
God damn.
I'm bringing shit to the table, motherfucker. This is a partnership.
Golly.
You put a lot of sweat equity in having
Nigga, beyond.
And investments.
Beyond.
And fucking operations.
Nigga, I'm just trying to get to like a partnership, like for real. Like it's just, no, for real. It's just, it makes life easier. And I'm all about, just individual growth.
Right.
Is hard enough. I should not be complicating your life, and you should not be complicating my life.
I agree.
We are supposed to be providing a safe space for each other, we're supposed to be providing relief for each other. And if that is not happening, essentially, someone's a dependent.
Yeah, and I don't want a dependent.
Yeah.
That's what these niggas want.
Yeah.
I want an asset. Yeah. And you got a nice set of ass, too. I want an asset, motherfucker. I don't want a liability. That's the difference between me and most of these motherfuckers. Listen, Kevin Samuels is talking you niggas into liabilities.
Hey. Wow.
We're trying to talk you into assets.
Whoa.
The nigga died with a liability.
Whoa.
That's what liabilities get you.
Whoa.
Nigga, go get you some fucking assets.
Ooh.
Man the fuck up, my nigga.
That was a lot.
I'm a simp for saying that.
I like that.
I'm a simp, and I'm telling you.
That was a good statement.
Not a simp, but I'm telling you, man, the fuck up and get yourself a partner and not a liability. Let the liabilities grow up with their partners. Next clip.
Don't keep having bills either, because them bitches is bills.
I have a few fucking bills.
Bitches is bills.
Oh God, these bitches is bills. Literally. You know who you fucking.
You know who the fuck you are. I see you. Not washing, but washing. I never thought I would have that. Real quick, I never thought I would experience a time in which people would peek into my life and people would peek into my life.
Right.
I've never thought, I never understood the whole, the haters. I was like, why would people be hating on you? I don't understand, if you're a good person, why would people be hating? And I'm like, now I'm understanding, I guess situations.
Yeah, all situations are kind of
situations that unknowingly cause people to secretly peer into your life. This is an open platform. We're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're openly on things, but yet there's still so many people looking through blinds, and the door is wide open.
That's why I appreciate it. That's why I did it. That's why I wanted to do it. Because especially with us getting back together, I don't give a fuck. I already know people want to talk. All right, cool. I'll give you something to talk about. As a matter of fact, hey, are you not entertained?
I'm not doing that. She's not. I'm just surprised. Now I see how unwillingly you can be involved in stuff that has nothing really, it don't even have anything to do with me. However, there's people peering through blinds. So I don't know. It's just weird. And I just never thought I would be a part of something like that. So I see how it happens. But I don't want to ever, be on Instagram being let your haters be your motivators.
The next clip, though, is them people, let your haters be your motivator ass niggas. And the other niggas I can't stand is that you got a business, but you don't support your fucking... I don't want to support you now. I don't, because you keep saying that shit. Say you got a whole bunch of support. Hold on, wait.
Okay, go ahead again. Oh, hold on, let me go back. Okay, hold on. Let me go back.
You ain't asked me why I picked this one.
All right, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm stopped sharing.
Talking about I'm moving fast.
Oh, my bad. Okay,
I'm glad
back.
This is the long clip. I gotta go.
I'm back.
All right, so this clip I picked because personally, I really, my number one love language is words of affirmation.
Okay.
You know it is, too.
Okay, we'll do some affirming after this. Okay.
Some what?
Affirming.
Affirm the shit out of me while you touching me.
Oh, my God. Speaking of affirmation, the other day... So, speaking of the Blam Core, we were showing our daughters the clip from the Blam Core of Daniel singing to me, Forever My Lady. So the girls was like, go ahead, Dad, you doing that damn thing you doing. And this nigga yelled, he said, keep on sicing me.
I said, sice me.
Sice me.
Yeah, you fucking right. Sice me, nigga. Hell yeah. Keep talking that shit while I pop my shit. Sice me. That's right. I'll say it again.
Me and the girls was like, are you encouraging us to sice you?
Okay. Now this is
so
me.
you were obviously the little kid that when your mom said come and put on a performance, and when they started cheering, you was the one that was like, I'm gonna go harder.
I was Bobby Brown. I was Bobby Brown with the Gumby like shit. Sice me every little step I take. Singing my little heart out back then. Yes. Whole dance move.
Oh
me, Devin, and Marcus was 3 the hard way.
Hilarious.
Grown men now, but we had a whole group called 3 the hard way.
Hilarious.
And we used to fucking every Thanksgiving. Fuck, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Hilarious.
So yeah, I was that kid.
Okay.
But I also was the football kid that you get hype off that sicing each other. So yeah, so this clip is about affirmations, and I'm gonna go.
Oh, well, all right now. I am cutting the clip on. Close the door.
Things for you, and she gave you and changed things for you.
All right, I guess I'll go first. First of all, this guy is $1 billion worth of game. I never met a person like him ever.
I think I might be a T though.
I think you a.
I think I might be a T at this point.
I know you're a $1 trillion.
I'm a T at this point.
All right, let's go. $1 trillion worth of game.
Minimum. Talk head, but you are also. But
yes, which we all are actually.
That's a fact.
But I say whatever number you want to put before it, it's infinite. And the reason why I feel like that is because the way that he thinks, I think that the $1 trillion worth of game he gave me is that there is no limit to what you think can happen. What I say about him a lot is he walks with this expectation that everything that he has thought, the ideas that he loves, are going to happen. There's not one bone in his body that thinks it's not going to happen. There's not one doubt. There's not one part where he's like, well, maybe it's a little too ambitious. He has no idea.
I think somebody might have my freaking
anything not happening to the highest, most outrageous possible outcome. And I never was like that. I always kind of, I think it happens to a lot of us, but I always grew up, it was just me and my mother that raised me. She always struggled a lot. She had to work so many hours just to make it happen for us. Anytime I started to get anything, I felt like if I didn't save it, I would lose it. I definitely was operating from a place of like lack, because that's what I was used to trying to prepare for. And so meeting him and seeing how he operates from a place of like expecting the best thing to happen, I never thought like that before. So now I actually look at things in a way where I'm like, I can expect the best version of that to happen and actually walk like that. That's what he does, and that's why he's the most ultimate manifester, which is why he can bring anything to life and bring anything to fruition, because that's how he works. That's how he walks. So that's the $1 million, trillion, billion, nano-billion dollar game that he gave to me.
What did she give you? Mine's is very simple. She the one thing that I can say that I could pinpoint out of many.
Let's stop here.
Teaching me to accept.
Let's stop here.
No, you gotta hear what.
No, I'm gonna stop here, and then we're gonna pick back up on his part. We're gonna address what Alicia said, and then we're gonna pick back up on his part. Yeah,
I got you.
We'll break it up.
All right.
Okay. So, affirmations.
Yeah.
So go ahead. You said you
did you hear her affirm him? Mm-hmm. What did you hear from that? Like,
what I heard from that is that it is similar to it's similar to where it's similar to how I definitely feel like you operate, where you operate with a lot of with the knowing that things are going to work out. Not the knowing of things are going to work out, because that's not what that is really. Because it's so you're interested in the fact of how you know what you want, and you go into situations expecting things to always go your exact way. Yeah. Which is different than knowing everything is going to work out. Yeah. Because if you couple the knowing things are going to go the way that you want, or knowing what you want, and actually remove, I think, an air of the anxiety that you experience, it might actually be more of a pleasant experience if the knowing was met with more positivity. And I think that what I heard too is I also agree that I've learned from you being expecting of my outcome. But because but I feel like putting that with how I operate, which is that I know everything is going to work out. Right. And then also being expecting of, so I think that's what I lack. Okay. So I knew things were going to work out. Like, I knew everything was going to be okay. You had total faith. So I know things are going to be okay.
You're like the Bible parable when they talk about the bird. There's a bird. Like, you like, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm going to be good.
But I'm not even that either. And the reason why I'm not that bird is because the bird had a plan, and I never had plans.
You just knew.
And that's what I got. That's what I got from you, is that you have a plan. See, I would have died as the bird or suffered as the bird if I didn't understand the plan of how to operate in the spring versus the winter.
Right. Oh yeah, adaptable.
See, I was the bird that might have left in winter too late, versus planning that I knew in September I should be going south. I was the bird that was like, oh, it's November, and now I got to figure it out.
But the thing about you, though, is when there's a plan in place, you operate. So I might have the plan, and I can see, like, oh, shit, winter's coming, so we might want to do this, that. But when it comes to doing the work for that plan, it be like, I don't really feel like doing this shit today. I got like 3 more months to stock up this shit.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's where that actually is part of the hindrance in our relationship. And that's why I feel like we both I feel like the reason why I feel like that's a hindrance in our relationship is because, yes, you do know there's a plan and you don't want to do the work. Yeah, I am like, oh, when it's time to move, I'll move. Why do we need a plan? So therefore, we're both operating in this space in the 3 months of not doing nothing. And then our back is against the wall. And then we have to fight our way out. Right. Or you want to fight your way out. And I'm like,
fuck it, we'll be all right.
We'll be okay. I'm sure.
We better than we were last season.
Now, right. Yeah. But right now, I think I'm moving into a space of adapting your thought process of, yes, this is the plan, and I expect my plan to work out. And also knowing the feeling of knowing it's going to work out and not having the anxiety behind it.
And for me, it's like, okay, I know it's going to work out because now that the plan's there, the work follows.
Right.
So now we work together, and that's the partnership.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what the fuck we was just talking about.
Yeah.
It's a lot of men. Okay, women today, the quote unquote modern day woman. This is what's happening in my opinion, my humble fucking opinion. I'm nobody, but in my opinion, what's happening is, we have 90s babies growing up right now, right? 90s babies are 80s babies. Like our parents were crackheads. Our parents fucked with drugs and discos and they partied and bullshit. 90s babies were born from a lot of the motherfuckers that were selling the dope. A lot of the motherfuckers that are locked up. A lot of their fathers have been killed. A lot of their fathers were super thugs. And they're gone. So now these kids grew up without fathers. These kids are hard. They're tough. What these kids saw, especially the girls, is their mothers have to fucking raise their kids alone. They never wanted to be their mothers in their eyes. So now these little girls is like, shit, I seen my mother crying for this nigga putting money on this nigga books for 20 years and all that crazy ass shit. I ain't doing that shit, bitch. Fuck that. These bitches is like, I'm going to be independent and I'm going to have my own money because I saw my mother struggle having to rely on a man. What we don't understand is we are really living in the repercussions of fucking shit that was done to us. Our woman and our man is not our enemy. And that's the fucking sad part in this shit. We're not even understanding that we're not each other's enemy. This shit was purposely done to us. And this time is the offspring of that shit. So I wouldn't put no fucking fuel on the fire. I want to pick the women up. And I'm going to tell these young girls that wear the lashes and because all they know is I got to look good and they're going to take care of me. Because the least nigga going to do is give me some money. Because I know my mother wasn't getting that shit. They acting out. You got to see it for what the fuck it is. And when you see it for what it is, like Farrakhan say, man, you have to love your people and understand that they don't even know where they are. You got to love them where they are. So I can't stand what's happening with all these black men attacking these young black fucking women. I can't stand it. Because as a man, I got to look in the fucking mirror and God gave me 2 daughters and I be goddamn if my 2 little geniuses be out here with some fucked up ass nigga. They deserve a partnership because whoever gets them is going to get what I instilled in them.
Yeah. And I think the important thing to do is actually show it. And not just show a partnership. I think the most important thing is to show the partnership behind the closed doors, right? Because everybody look good in public, and I think that that's what Will Smith and Jada Pinkett suffer from is looking good in public, but a lot of shit behind closed doors is not what it appears. I sometimes empathize a little with Jada because I can understand how there could be a frustration with seeing someone appear perfect to the world, but when you're home, they're not. They're not who they are to the world. And I can see how at times with you trying to share your truth, it comes off as an insult to your man. But Will Smith, I think, has always been an actor. his whole life. His whole life, he was so forced to be an actor, and I think that there was an environment that was created that was safe, and not only safe, but more so when you have to be on with anybody for life, you see who the person is.
Yeah, you see all of them.
You see all of them. You see all of them, and I think that with seeing all of someone, you have to determine what you are able to accept and what you're not able to accept. And I feel like in that situation, like it's like it's just so much going on with that dynamic. But going back to what you were saying is that I think beyond the conversation happening here on a platform like this, it's more important for it to reflect outside of this time frame,
right?
Because if it doesn't, if what you're saying as a partnership and not liking the Kevin Samuels narrative, if it doesn't play out in your everyday life, it's almost like you're doubly confusing a generation and the generation after that, because they're like, oh, so this is a group of this is another generation that says one thing but does another. And I feel like in empathy for our generation, we are understanding that there are things that need to be adjusted individually in relationships. And it's easier to say what you want to do or what you're trying to do, and it's very hard to do it. And it's no different than saying, on Monday, I'm starting this diet. I ain't bullshitting. 3 weeks, I'm going hard, blah, 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 blah. Then when Monday happened, you good. Good. Then Wednesday happened, you like, but what is it? Do I got to do 3 weeks? I did 3 days. I did 3 days. So I think once we are, unfortunately, the generation, our generation, unfortunately, is the generation that is trying to see what it looks like to be in partnership. And it's so much struggle with figuring that out, because we are undoing so many years of another way and another thought, and the women are fighting against it. Some men like you are willing to adapt it, but also fighting based off of what you were taught. So we're just in this kind of like tug of war, trying to figure out when the other person is on your side, when they're not, and it's so rough. It's so fucking hard. And honestly, just now speaking this out made me understand where we are and provide empathy in our relationship as to what we're both fighting against.
We're fighting against years and years and years of trauma.
Yeah, and it's rough.
Generations.
It's hard being a changer. It's hard being a person who's willing to make a change.
You know, we talked to the Roscoes, Kendra and
Antoine.
Kendra and Antoine, and that episode should come up soon.
It's up next.
Oh, it's up next.
Oh, no. Jerome and Kiki's up next.
Jerome and Kiki's up next, and then we got, but they're therapists, right? And she said that the hundreds of years of trauma that we experienced off of the hundreds of years of trauma that we experienced, we're still unpacking and undoing.
Oh my God. Like, even they brought that up in the Blam Corps, too.
Yeah.
Remember when they were saying that, you know, the men were like the bulls who were brought around, the stronger men were brought around to the different plantations in order to impregnate the women in these different plantations.
And we were not, it was illegal for us to marry. That's what they said.
No. The main thing that, this is the main point I took from this, was that it was ingrained in men that you were supposed to impregnate, and then you walk away.
Niggas love to fuck. We love to fuck. I love to fuck. I ain't gonna sit up
and
say
so,
like I ain't one. I love to fuck.
So,
but it's like, I'm following you. It's conditioned.
Yeah.
I'm following you. Didn't
no, it wasn't about the fucking. It was more so about the indirect, the breeding.
What I'm saying is that shit is in your DNA.
Yeah.
We're still looked at as that nigga. We're still looked at as bucks. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wasn't cutting you off and saying you was wrong.
I didn't say you was cutting me off.
What I was saying was that is still, a lot of this shit is subconscious. This is, we've been enslaved in this country longer than we were free. You can't imagine what the psyche that's in our DNA right now. We don't even think in the same language we originally had.
I definitely am thinking in English.
I fucking hate you. You know what the fuck I mean, man.
I'm definitely thinking in English.
You were not.
There's not another language happening in my head. It's not. It's really not.
That's my point. Case in point. We are not Englishmen. We're not Englishmen. We weren't born in Great Britain. Most of us come from West Africa, and we probably spoke some shit. And we didn't speak French either, for all you motherfuckers, that African people that think you better than a nigga because you speak French. Ooh, shouldn't have said that out loud.
Let's go to the rest of the clip.
Go to the rest of the clip. Please edit that out. Yeah, but so they affirm each other, and I really appreciate it.
My goodness. Right? Like, and it's just like, just somebody say you the best, somebody say your show is amazing, somebody say that you the this, you the that. We run away from all of these things that we work so hard for.
Like the gratitude.
Yeah, like we'll run away from it. I'll be like, man, I'm just trying, I'm just working. Just say thank you. And keep it pushing. You know, don't run from your greatness. And she taught me that. And she also taught me the importance of being very philanthropic.
Niggas are very philanthropic.
Yeah.
Things for you, and she gave you in the change thing.
Yeah, shout out to Gillian Wallow.
I honestly feel like when I know that I remember this interview, and I actually felt like the rest of what he said was more important.
I know, I cut it. It was already long as shit.
Yeah, that.
What you feel like I missed?
The gratefulness. Of course you did.
Well, go ahead, give it to me. Go ahead.
Of course you did.
Expound.
What he was saying was, and I get it because I live with a person like this, and sometimes in order to have that edge, you were taught compete and win, like literally through football. Compete and win, which means in order to compete and win, there is opposition. And there is a challenge always ahead of you. Okay. And something that you have to overcome. I think that what I've been trying to implement on my end while you were trying to get me to believe that there was more, and I'm thankful to learn that there was more. I feel like I've been trying to teach gratefulness. Like, you don't have to hate where you are in order to elevate to another space.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna be honest with you, right? And this is I've never thought about it like this. You said football. Mm-hmm. Victory. Shout out to Mr. Victory Enough and then Victory Apparel. We all we got. But victory, when you're playing sports, mm-hmm. I know this is like it was supposed to be a joke on the movie. If you're not first, you're last. Mm-hmm. Like on Ricky Bobby type shit. Mm-hmm. You ain't first, you're last. Mm-hmm. And then his father was like, I just said that shit one day when I was drunk. Mm-hmm. He lived my whole life off that shit. Mm-hmm. My whole life, I have thought, if you don't win, then you ain't shit. Mm-hmm. But what if you just supposed to do what you're supposed to do and just stay in your own fucking lane? And
you know what? I don't think it's an issue of winning.
I know, but the athlete in me tells me
you've created your present life an opposition to your future life.
Yeah. So I'm like battling with myself.
I'm
battling my present self because I know I see it. I see where I'm at.
Yes.
What nigga you supposed to be in?
So you are mad. So you are literally on the football field with present and future.
And all I can look at is the future, like.
And it shouldn't be that way.
But don't you see the future though?
I do, but I don't have to fight the present to see the future.
I know, but see me, I'm telling you, this is today years old type shit. Today years old. And I'm telling you, like, this conversation right here, I'm always in the future.
Yeah.
I know what the fuck's going to happen.
Yeah.
This shit's going to happen. Nobody can stop me but me. Like, what we going to do? All we got to do is what? We need what to do that? In the midst of all that, I'm like, that's the panic. That's the anxiety. That's I'm going to get there. I got to make this shit happen right the fuck now. It's going to happen. It's going to do it. Da, 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 da. It's time.
No, it's just my alarm for my Tylenol.
I know. I didn't want to say that.
Oh, I don't care. Had to set an alarm. I realized the last couple of cycles I kept forgetting when I was taking my medicine. And I didn't want to, one, start cramping, and two, like, feel woozy because I done took the medicine too soon. So I set an alarm to remind me.
You said too woozy. You've been just drinking whiskey. You're not supposed to take Tylenol and whiskey at the same time. Oh. Shrug shoulders. Oh. I love the fuck out you, man. I love the shit out you. You the realest motherfucker I ever had in my life. I'm talking about nobody. Man, woman, adult, child, family, blood, mother, father, sister, brother. You the realest nigga I ever met in my motherfucking life.
Sometimes he loves it and sometimes he hates it.
I hate the realness sometimes. Tomorrow I'll be like, bitch, you too fucking real.
Why you gotta always tell the fucking truth?
But a queen is just that. Queen is just that. A partner. As I sit on my throne, you should sit on your throne right beside me. And I tell you what, I appreciate having the queen in my life. It's not a challenge to me. It's an asset. It's an asset.
I think I've made reference to this before too about kingdoms, kings and queens.
Oh yeah, that's why you don't like being called queen.
I'm not ruling over nobody.
Yeah,
and I'm not fighting for territory. So I don't.
You at?
I don't want to be called
queen.
A queen. I don't have a kingdom to the. I'm not for that. I'm just not for that.
That's because you're smart and you understand what king and queen actually.
Yeah, that's a lot of.
How you feel about God? When people say I'm a God.
It's almost the same because if if you are a god, who's worshiping you?
People.
Mm-hmm. So if you're a king, who is serving you?
People.
Yeah. So it's a similar feeling with that, and I just think that all of us should be, governing ourselves. I don't want to be in control of no one but me. So, if my kingdom is within, then I'm good with that. I'm good with the kingdom within, but I'm not trying to rule over nothing or nobody but my fucking self. And I think that's what the shift is, going back to the first clip that Swiss Beatz and them said, where they operate as a union, but also separately. What I have begun to do in this relationship as a relate is to worry more about myself, but not in a way that is so like, not in a way that's like, fuck you, but in a way of like, I am so consumed with trying to figure out trying to convince myself to be better.
You gotta tell me what the fuck I'm
doing
or not doing.
To be worried about
what the fuck is this nigga doing or not doing.
I don't have time. And every time I feel like I'm feeling like, fuck this nigga doing, I'm like, bitch, you sure you ain't got nothing else to be thinking about? For yourself? You sure?
It's so peaceful.
No, it's not. Because now this nigga like, ain't nobody asking me no questions.
You ain't checking for me.
Because you don't care about me.
Bitch, what you doing? Yeah. What you doing? You don't give a fuck about what I'm doing. You must be doing something. Yeah. That motherfucker devil a motherfucker, boy. That goddamn.
So now we're going through that transition. Life is nothing much. Transition. Yeah, because it'll be another one.
I mean, we just went through the motherfucker. We just got finished some other shit. Like, there'll be some more.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
We said it on the last episode. Go look at it. And this has been another episode of Divine Purpose Podcast. I am your gracious co-host, Daniel Myers, and this is the love of mama.
I'll speak for myself. Because you definitely flowed all over your accomplishments. Graciousness. We out this bitch. Peace, niggas.
Namaste. Time to kiss. I haven't had a kiss in